The event, organized by Women Radio 91.7 FM, in collaboration with the Voice of Women Empowerment Foundation, held at the Obaoludbenle VIP Hall, Ilaro Yewa, with the theme Strengthening Family and Community Bonds. It brought together community leaders, clerics, policymakers, and youth representatives to deliberate on the role of men in safeguarding women and promoting inclusive family systems. The host, the Olu of Ilaro and paramount ruler of Yewa land, Oba Dr. Kehinde Gbadewole Olugbenle, was represented by the Oloja of Ojaodun, Oba Oyebanji Adetunji Olowobese, who expressed concern over declining parental values. He charged fathers to return to active parenting and instill discipline and moral values that will build lasting legacies.
Relationship again. So we need to go back, because what are we strengthening? Is it the community that we don't have, or the family we don't have? Which one are we going to strengthen now? We don't have them. We don't have family bond. We don't have friendship bond. Everybody is in their gate. You lock up your children. And one thing is that we youth, we know how to pretend. We are all saints in the face of our parents. Saints in Gogowa, Kabadele. But in school, at our workplace, we are another thing, you are. But Lord, we are all saints. We don't even know anything. And all this information, people know it from outside, that they can't even approach you. Because whenever they come to report your child to you, instead of you to correct that child, I only want my badger. So, they won't see anything. We've lost that relationship. We lost that community that our forefathers have. At least, we hit in the trade. Do we still have that now? We share love. We know each other. There's respect. But right now, we don't have that again. We don't have it. And we, the men, we have a lot to do. And he says, you just don't think that when you drop money at home, all is well. You need to go back and check your children. And have relationship with your children. Don't let us deceive ourselves.
Imam Abibulai Tol'a of Al-Khalil Central Mosque, Ilaro, outlined key values every responsible man must embody. He cautioned against gender bias in parenting, particularly discrimination against female children, and warned against all forms of molestation.
Take àwọn obìnrin wa for granted ó pọ̀ gan. Inú mi dùn láti wà nínú àwùjọ yìí àti pé láti discuss àwọn nǹkan báyìí láwùjọ wa. Alákọ̀ọ́kọ́ ni wípé we need to stop crucifying our women for giving birth to female children. Ẹlòmíì tí ò jẹ́ kó love ìyàwó ẹ̀ ni pé obìnrin nìkan ló ń bí fún. Tẹ́ bá gbọ́ kí ló dé ṣe kó mọ kí n tó wá ṣe kó mọ ọmọ ẹlẹ́kẹ̀rin tí ìyàwó mi máa bí nìyẹn obìnrin ló ń bí láti ẹ̀ kò bí ọkùnrin èmi ò lè ṣe kó mọ o. Ta ló sọ fún ẹ wípé ọmọbìnrin kì í ṣọmọ? Ta ló sọ fún wa wípé ọmọbìnrin kì í ṣọmọ? Ànábì wa Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Ànábì ní ọmọ méje, mẹ́fà kú lójú Ànábì. After 6 months tí Ànábì kú, ẹyọkan tó kù náà tó kú after. Ẹyọkan tó gbẹ̀yìn Ànábì yẹn obìnrin ni, which is Fatima. Tó bá jẹ́ pé nígbà tá Ànábì ti bí, Ànábì ti lọ gbé síbi kan wípé òjíṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run ni mí o, prophet ni mí, messenger ni mí, ọmọkùnrin ni mo need. Báwo ló ṣe fẹ́ rí ẹyọkan tó fẹ́ gbẹ̀yìn yẹn? A ní láti stop láti máa crucify wọn. Tẹ́lómi bá dé ọ́fíìsì tó bá jókòó tó bá ń ronú, ọ̀gá kí ló dé yóò ní ìyá yìí ti bímọ ni. That's a thing of joy. A ní àìrọ̀ kì í ṣe thing of joy o torí pé obìnrin ló tún bí. Àwọn ọkùnrin a ní láti stop ẹ̀. Ọmọ obìnrin náà ọmọ ni wọ́n. Kí n lóra mi as a case study. Nígbà tí ìyàwó mi wà nínú oyún, mo máa ń sọ fún wípé ohun mi tọ́lọ́run bá fẹ́ fún mi lọ́mọ àkọ́kọ́ yìí kó jẹ́ ọmọ obìnrin. Gbogbo ìgbà ni mo máa ń sọ pé obìnrin. Ìgbà tọ́lọ́run máa mú mi ọkùnrin ló bí. So èyàn gbọ́dọ̀ lè ní mind yẹn. Tó bá wá ní mind pé ọkùnrin ló fẹ́ kó bí, tí wàá fi 80 o lè má bí. O lè fẹ́ yàwó lórí 20 lórí 20 o lè má bí. ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì ń bẹ̀ tá a ti ní láti protect àwọn obìnrin wa ni wípé a ní láti stop láti máa train àwọn ọmọkùnrin wa far beyond àwọn obìnrin wa. A máa sọ yí pé torí pé ọkùnrin ni ìwọ lọ sí yunifásitì, tó bá parí yunifásitì ó yá lọ ṣe masters, tó bá parí masters ó yá lọ ṣe phd. Àwọn ọmọbìnrin wa a máa wá sọ pé ìwọ má kọjá secondary school, after the secondary school level ó yá lọ kọ́ makeup, a máa wá tì wọ́n lọ lé ọkọ. It's very wrong.
Similarly, the chairman of the Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, Yewa South Catechist Akakpo John Shewanu, condemned female genital mutilation, describing it as an unhealthy and outdated practice. He also stressed the urgent need to protect young girls from abuse and exploitation.
Ní ìgbà kan ní nǹkan yẹn ń ṣẹlẹ̀ dáadáa, ó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ dáadáa, ṣùgbọ́n bí ẹ ṣe sọ nísìnyí mi ò rò pé ó sì ń ṣẹlẹ̀ bí tàtẹ̀yìnwá pé ká máa dábẹ́ fóbìnrin. Ó jẹ́ ohun tí ó máa ń ba iye obìnrin jẹ́, ó sì máa ń jẹ́ ohun tẹ́ pé tí wọ́n bá ti mọ̀ ọkàn máa ń wà bẹ́ẹ̀ títí láéláé ni. Nítorí pé ọkùnrin nìkan la mọ̀ wípé wọ́n máa ń dá abẹ́ fún, ṣùgbọ́n tí wọ́n ti ń dá abẹ́ fún abẹ́ fún obìnrin wàhálà ní ayé obìnrin títí láéláé. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọ̀nà tí ìmáàmù àṣọlẹ̀ kan ní a lè gbà láti ṣe ìtọ́jú láti dáàbò bo àwọn ọmọbìnrin wa. Nínú ìwé mímọ́ pàápàá Bíbélì ló ní tọ́ ọmọ rẹ kó lè fún ọ ní ìsinmi. Ṣẹ́rí ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti bẹ̀ ó wà nínú Proverbs 22 verse 6. Ṣẹ́rí ọwọ́ àwa òbí ní ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nǹkan yẹn máa ń wà o, torí pé wọ́n ní ọmọ tí a bí tí a kò tọ́ òun ló máa ń ṣe kí ni, ló máa ń gbé létà bá kọ́tà. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí òbí a kì í rí àyè fún àwọn ọmọ wa, ní pàtàkì àwa ọkùnrin. Inú mi dùn nítorí pé àwa ọkùnrin nìkan ni wọ́n pè síbi ìpàdé yìí kí a bá lè bá ara wa sọ èyí tó jẹ́ òótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀, torí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ tó máa bá wọn sòótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ nílé wọ́n máa ń kọ etí kù sí. You see, most of we men we don't have time for our children. We don't have time for our home. We don't have time for them, which is so bad.
From the traditional institution, Oluwo Chief Ifasheyi Elegbede emphasized self-awareness as a prerequisite for marriage, urging men to understand their identity before choosing a life partner. Citing the 5 verses that exemplify Orunmila, he highlighted patience as a critical pillar of a successful marriage.
Orunmila ó fẹ́ lọ fẹ́ ìyàwó, ìyànà ń pè níyàwó onórúkọ tó bí. Orunmila òun ló rọ́ ọmọbìnrin kan, ọmọbìnrin yẹn rẹwà, ó dùn ún wò, ó dùn fi ṣaya. Orunmila á wò pé ọmọbìnrin tóun fẹ́ fẹ́ yìí ṣé òun lè fi obìnrin yìí, ṣóbìnrin yìí lè pẹ́, ṣé ó lè sòsóore nínú ilé òun. Orunmila bá fò kan kéjì, ó bá pè àwọn babaláwo, ó ní kán sòkè pọ̀ rí òun kalẹ̀, ó ní kán bọ́ òun dáfá. Wọn ò rí fá méjì mú fún ọdúngbèyọnú. Obìnrin tó máa fẹ́ yìí Orunmila, obìnrin dáadáa ni, ọmọ alálùbáríkà wà lára ẹ̀, ṣùgbọ́n ẹni bá máa fi obìnrin máa ní sùúrù o. Orunmila bá lóun ti gbọ́. Kí ni nǹkan ẹbọ? Orunmila bá rúbọ, ó ṣètùtù. Wọ́n ní kó bọ ẹlẹ́dàá, Orunmila bá bọ ẹlẹ́dàá. Rí nígbà tó máa yá, obìnrin tó Orunmila fẹ́ yìí àṣẹ fábẹ́fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ṣẹmọ lára, ló bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní hùwàkiwà. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn ọkùnrin láti fi inú líle ba ìdílé wa jẹ́ tí ó yẹ ká ní obìnrin. A ti fi fà á, obìnrin ti lọ, ó ti dọmọ́lẹ̀, ọmọ ti dọmọ ọlọ́mọ. Nítorí nínú ojú ògbèyọ́nú, Ifá ní àgóró náà dá nǹkan kan fún ni, sùúrù ní bàbá ìwà, àgbà tó ní sùúrù ohun gbogbo ló ní. Adé fún Orunmila, bàbá lọ fẹ́ yà tí ń ṣàràmọ́ oníwò, wọ́n ló kára lẹ̀ ẹbọ ní bóyá ṣe. Orunmila lọ fẹ́ yà tí ń ṣàrẹ̀mọ́ bolúwo. Ìyàwó tóun fẹ́ yìí ó lè di ńlá, ó lè di nǹkan ló dáfá sí. Láyé àtijọ́ tá a bá máa fẹ́ yàwó, àwọn ọ̀dọ́ wa ti ṣìnà, wọ́n máa lọ bèrè sí ní. Kókó ọ̀rọ̀ tí ẹ bèrè lọ́wọ́ mi nìyẹn. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ wádìí ara ẹ̀ kó tó fẹ́ yàwó.
Providing empirical insight, the founder of the Genesis Help Initiative, Dr. Olumide Omoshebi, who was represented by Olaoluwa Adeshina, revealed alarming statistics on domestic and sexual violence in Ogun State. He noted the 41 cases of sexual violence against children have been recorded, adding that for every reported case, at least 4 go unreported.
So what I'm trying to say is we need to encourage people to speak up, because preventing people from speaking up is obstruction of justice. And when justice is not done in these cases, it further emboldens the perpetrators. Which is why I'm glad that we have police and other law enforcement agencies here. We would need your support in this struggle. Àwọn ilé-iṣẹ́ ọlọ́pàá, àwọn ilé-iṣẹ́ agbófinró, we need to stop settling cases at police station. We have seen cases whereby children are molested. Ìgbà tó dé ilé-iṣẹ́ ọlọ́pàá, ọlọ́pàá ni ẹ lọ settle ẹ lé, àbí kan sọ fún èèyàn tó perpetrate pé ẹ fún wọn lówó kan panu mọ́, tí kò dẹ̀ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Alákọ̀ọ́kọ́, à ń fi àyè gba àwọn òbílẹ̀jẹ́ èèyàn yẹn sí. Ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì, à ń bayé àwọn ọmọ yẹn jẹ́, because people that are abused from childhood, they grow up to become violent adults. Lára àwọn ìwádìí tá a ṣe fi yé wa pé over 40% àwọn obìnrin tó wà ní ẹ̀wọ̀n ní kérékèrè, they were abused from childhood. Over 40% àwọn obìnrin tó wà ní kérékèrè, kò sí nǹkan tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ ju wípé wọ́n dàgbà sínú abuse, they grew up in abuse, so they became violent, they became nonchalant till they will commit one crime or the other. So, my officer, sir.
Dr. Moshebi also advocated for men to clearly document their wills, stressing that many female children have historically been sidelined in inheritance matter. The position was corroborated by the chairman of the occasion, Chief Ayorinde Dawotola, the Otuaguru of Ilaro, Yewa, who affirmed that despite cultural differences, female children are entitled to inherit their father's estate.
Mo ní ọmọ obìnrin, out of compassion, èmi máa kọ sínú will mi pé mo fún ní nǹkan báyìí. Èèyàn ò ṣe ní fún èèyàn ní ogún torí pé ó jẹ́ obìnrin. It's unfair. Màá tún fẹ́ rán gbogbo wa létí pé látàárọ̀ tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀, ẹ má jẹ́ ká gbàgbé pé there is something we call dynamism of culture. Àṣà àti ìṣe wa láwùjọ kò kàn wà lójú kan bẹ́ẹ̀, ó máa ń change over time. Tẹ́ bá dẹ̀ lọ wo definition culture, is just an acceptable way of behaviour of a set of people. Ẹ wò nǹkan táwọn èèyàn bá ti fọwọ́ sí pé báwa ṣe máa ṣe nǹkan wa ni, ẹ lè sọ pé kò dáa.
Speaking from the youth angle, Comrade Abdulfatah Yunusa of the National Youth Council emphasized the importance of collaboration between husbands and wives, even beyond the home. He encouraged men to actively involve their spouses in social and recreational activities.
That as a man, we are not created to bully the women. We are only created to support them discover who they are. Now, to give voice to women in the society, from the time memorial, they have been seriously shortchanged. And it now becomes very difficult. When Imam was talking, I think Imam was trying to, as an Imam was trying to balance everything. But as a youth, as a comrade, and I don't think I need to balance anything, I need to say it the way it is. When Imam, one of the problems we find ourselves that is making it difficult for our girls and women gender is that we need to correct cultural imbalance.
If you cannot correct cultural imbalance, it becomes very difficult for them to bond to the society. What is that cultural imbalance? Iwan was talking about education, that the parents find it difficult to send female students to school because of surname. That is the cultural imbalance we inherited from people that we don't even know again.
In an interview, the publisher of Star Trends magazine, Chief Abubakar Idowu Ahmed, acknowledged the role of Women Radio 91.7 FM, noting that the media has a critical responsibility in shaping societal values and empowering women.
Actually, the media have been playing a very prominent role in trying to inform, educate, and entertain the society, mostly to correct the abnormalities in the society. Media has, right from the inception, been doing all this, and not now, and they will still continue to be doing it. Like today, I'm invited as a guest from Palace as a chief, and at the same time, I've taken upon myself to kind of publish this particular event in my magazine, online one and hard copy. So this is my own contribution as a journalist and a media man to assist in trying to spread the information that I gather from this place.
Also speaking, the chairman of the All Progressive Congress APC in Ilaru, Honorable Kayode Salako JP, commended the initiative, stating that political actors have much to learn from such engagement in strengthening community development.
As far as I'm concerned, any organization or anything we are doing, we take women, we give them kudos, and as such, we give them more and more percentage of whatever we are sharing. So they have in all our doings, we make sure that we carry the women along. So we give them sense of belonging in all our planning. And they have been taking a good and perfect role, and they have been doing it well.
A representative of the Voice of Women Empowerment Foundation, Emmanuel Olonode, reiterated that empowering women must go hand in hand with educating men on their responsibility in achieving gender balance and social stability.
This initiative was born out of the need to ensure that while we speak about women, we are not just only talking to women, we are talking to people who play a critical and important part in the society, men. And we saw the need to bring men together, let them sit, let them deliberate on the need to ensure that there is protection of women and girls in the society. And if the protection of women and girls in society is being done, then family and community bond is being strengthened. See, we see men as a very important pillar in the society, and we see them as allies. So if we are preaching against sexual-based violence, domestic violence, or all sorts of violence against women, we have to find an avenue, a way to speak to those who are actually perpetrating it. Most of the violence that is being reported against women is from men to women. The sexual-based violence, you saw the data that was given out there, about 41 cases of day-old babies were abused. Who carried out the abuse? Men. So this is why it is we deem it fit to bring men together, have a conversation with them, allow men to have a conversation without any woman being there, let them pour their heart, let them speak to each other on the need to ensure that there is adequate protection for women and girls in society. And as you've seen in the O, they've been able to tell each other the truth, and this is why we are taking it. And this is the fifth in the series of Men Olita meeting we've done with the Alaki of Egba land, the Akaribo of Remo land, we've done with the Olowo of Owu and the Oniru of Ire in Lagos State, and this is now with the Olu of Ilaro to ensure that Yewa community is also covered and men speak, so that we see a reduction in abuse against women, and women are being protected in society.
The meeting concluded with the signing of a communique by participants committing to promote the rights of women and girls and to act as allies in advancing gender inclusion. Certificates were also presented to participants. The men-only town hall meeting, now in its fifth edition, continues to provide a strategic platform for redefining masculinity and reinforcing the role of men in building safer and more inclusive communities.